Okay, so first things first, when I'm in the shower, I always wash my face. I have a, just, a random run-of-the-mill kind of exfoliating face wash. So then when I get out of the shower, I like to use like a wipe like these to kind of like get any extra eyeliner or mascara off of my eyes. When I was in London, I got these from the H&M, but I think these are better used for, like, washing your hands. They're, like, tropical scented, so they smell like bananas, which is awesome, but I don't know if you really want to smell like a banana on your face. And then just kind of go once over your entire face. Okay, so next I like to do my foundation. I have been using MAC Pro Longwear. Please excuse this little area. I also have a Victoria's Secret foundation, but since it's a lighter color, I'm going to wait to use this one in the wintertime. Right now I have some kind of color to my skin, so I'll use this one. And I just use like a regular sponge. You can use a brush, whatever. My neck is actually a different color than my face, and we will get to that in just a minute. I'm going to use a bronzer on that, but first, it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I have some spots on like my chin that I like to cover up, and I use this Derma Blend. I've been using it for a while. It just kind of covers everything up. Okay, now that I have that on, we'll go ahead and do powder. Okay, that cover up was driving me crazy. So I like to use MAC Mineralized Foundation Powder in light medium for my skin foundation, or my powder, I'm sorry. Okay, so as far as bronzer goes, I use two different bronzers, but we're going to start with this bronzer first. This is from Target by Gemma Kid. It's a waterproof bronzer. It's called Showstopper. Okay, so now the reason that I put it all on my neck and chest is because I like to use Sunless Tanner, and I don't like to leave it on, I don't like to apply it to this area. Only because if it starts to get splotchy, I would rather deal with it on my arms and my legs than on my chest where people are going to initially see me at. So, that's that. Next, what I like to focus on are my eyebrows. And for that, I use Milani's Brow Fix. It's really great because it comes with tweezers, a little tiny angle brush, and a sponge brush. So you're always set, even when you're out on the go. If you notice a stray hair, you just go ahead and kind of pluck it out. So I start with this middle brow section. Oh, by the way, this is in medium. The set is medium. So I start with the middle one, and I just kind of start to fill in. And always just kind of go with the shape of your eyebrows, because if you start to do outside of the hair, it starts to look artificial. And you know, for school, you don't want to look like a drag queen in school. No offense to drag queens. I love drag. Just not for school. Okay, so then I use the bottom one to kind of line the underneath part, and that's really it. I want to just make that defined. Okay, so once you have that all set in place, I would go ahead and just lightly kind of dust the highlight underneath the brow, on the brow bone, just lightly. We'll touch it up later with the eyeshadow. Okay, so now that those are set all in place, like for this particular look, we're going to keep it nice and soft and innocent looking. So I'm actually going to use colors in this palette. It's from e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, Face. And there's so many different colors in here, as you can see. So I'm actually going to take a color that looks just like this one. So it's like an orange-based tan color. Okay, so once you have that set in place, take something with more of a shimmer, sort of like this color, and we're going to kind of define the crease. Do you see the difference? Okay, then I like to take an even darker color, something like that, and just kind of go underneath the eye to kind of open it up. I even take a little bit of that and do it down here. And the best blender you can ever have is your finger. Like I said, super natural, but very classic and pretty. My hair is drying faster than I can make this video. So I feel like with my eyes, if I don't have definition on the bottom lash line, they look completely dead. Line the waterline. Okay, and I don't really focus on doing the top liner, only because I wear false eyelashes, which I'm going to show you in a second. I don't really focus too much on what kind of mascara I get, but I hear that Stiletto is really good from, I believe it's Maybelline. But like I said, it doesn't really pertain to me, so just go ahead. So here are my eyelashes that I normally like to wear. I get them from Rite Aid. You can get them from CVS, Walgreens, whatever your store of choice is. You can either get them also at Target or Walmart. These use duo glue. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of apply a really thin layer. Very, very, very thin. And you want to let that get a little bit tacky, because if they're tacky, they won't slide everywhere, and you can kind of place them and they'll stay. Always remember, the shorter end goes on the inside, while the longer edge goes on the outside. So this one's going to go on this side. And then check to make sure everything is in place. And do the other one. Now, a very natural looking look is where it's a little bit lighter underneath the eyes. So I have an older powder that I use during the winter time. So here's where my second bronzer comes in. It's more of a shimmer bronzer. I wouldn't suggest using this all over. This is from Victoria's Secret, so I just take a little bit and do it right on the cheeks. And this is what I use as my blush. Then to finish out this look, I have a lip plumper from NYC. That is my back to school fresh-faced, ready for the school year look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe. I have lots of fun things coming on, contests and such, so please make sure you subscribe so you're already eligible, so when you enter, you will be already in the running. I love you guys so much. Keep watching.